首先有请来自中国 From China 朱思斌。现在有请来自中国 From China 孙颖莎。
This is the defending champion. She's China's world #1. She's been at the top of the standings since February 2022. She is pretty much untouchable. The most recognizable sportsperson in this country and an absolute crowd favorite. Best of 5, she's taking on Sibing, world ranked 100, taking on the world ranked #1. Sibing has been inside the top 70. She was 70 earlier this year, but she will have to be at her very best. She'll have to make a miracle happen if she is to topple the world #1, who will have the full voice of this partisan crowd behind her. Yingsha, well, defending champion, going for her 3rd Smash title this year, winning in Singapore, winning in Europe. Can she do so again? Here on home
Players,
turf.
please come for the toss.
Jana is in the umpire's chair for this all-Chinese encounter. She calls the players over to the table for the coin toss.
Toss, please. Red or black? Black for Zhu Sibing, red for Sun Yingsha. Sun Yingsha won the toss. Listen. Serve or receive? Service.
Well, just listen to the noise after the coin toss. Expect that crowd to get louder and louder. Sun Yingsha always brings the house down. Well, Sun Yingsha is playing at that end, the right side of the table, and she selected that end in the first match she played in as well. So she clearly likes playing on that side of the table. Of course, players will swap ends, but it's interesting, isn't it, Fraser, that that's the end she seems to favour.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why, whether she wants to face the same way as she did when she walked out of that long player tunnel. I thought it was because she wanted to face her coach, Shoyuka, but of course no coach is getting involved here, with it being a Team China clash, and a very intriguing one at that. We have one of the upcoming Chinese choppers in Zhu Sibing, and she's going to have to play some very juicy ping to be the world #1.
She is indeed, I like that. Well, there we go. Let's have a look then at the credentials of Sun Yingsha, 24 years of age, champion in Singapore, a disappointing outing in Las Vegas at the inaugural US Smash. She made amends for it, though, in Europe at the European Smash in Sweden, taking the title there. Will she make it 3 out of 4 smashes? She is, of course, looking to defend the title she won last year when she defeated Wang Wenyu in the final. And that's what they're playing for. 2,000 ranking points for the winner, and a lot of prize money too. Well, Sun Yingsha came through the first round against Miyu Hirano 3-1. Zhu Sibing has actually come through qualifying to make it through to the main draw and defeated Mo Zhang of Canada 3-1 to get into round 2. So she's been pretty good, Zhu Sibing, but Sun Yingsha is a different prospect altogether, but nonetheless a player that Zhu Sibing will know very well indeed, given they are both part of the national setup. The fan vote, though, overwhelmingly in favour of the #1, Sun Yingsha. Can you see past her, Fraser Riley?
Well, when you think that Sun Yingsha recently defeated the best defender in the world, Hanaka Hashimoto, at the WTT Champions event in Yokohama, you find it hard to put a case together for the underdog. That said, I think it's going to be a brilliant match, and we always love to watch attack versus defence.
We do indeed, and we are seeing a lot of these defensive players emerging. It's becoming something, a more and more prevalent style. It's certainly interesting to watch its emergence, and we've got Hanaka Hashimoto of Japan, who's sort of spearheading that. She's the highest ranked defensive player that we have on the women's side. Ranked 11 as things stand. Let's get into it. Zhu Sibing to get us underway. Oh, it's just too easy for Sun Yingsha.
Love 1.
Makes it look so anyway.
Yeah, so elegant. The most devastating attacker in the world. And, you know, she's still so young, in her mid-20s. She's going to get that flair as well, those sprinkles of creativity that she can add to that out-and-out aggressive style. But it's going to be a question, as ever, against one of the best defenders in the world, of control, patience.
The Zhu Sibing, her best result this year was reaching the final at the feeder event in Doha at the start of the year, although this is very much a level up.
Just miscalculating that one, Sun Yingsha.
2-all.
Overlifted that ball. Now, Zhu Sibing is actually more of a traditional chopper with her approach. She can attack, yes, but in a slower, steadier way.
Will she have the chance, though, to actually get into those defensive rallies, though, or will Sun Yingsha get the points finished off quickly?
She may have to try and make the chance for herself. Oh, great play off the net from both women.
There's no coming back from that position, though, is there? Sun Yingsha moving her opponent way out wide on that forehand side. Well, Sun Yingsha moves 3 ahead. Zhu Sibing going just wide there.
Let below the plate surface. The ball is below the plate surface.
So this is one of the less common service calls from an umpire.
5-2.
It's about how the ball is presented in the hand. Has to be above the playing surface, has to be behind the line. So something a bit more unusual there.
Well, they're on it, aren't they, these umpires? She's got a lot of power as well, doesn't she, Sun Yingsha?
Yeah, she's already setting sail here.
Yeah.
Setting the standard. Simple service, attacking straight away. Zhu Sibing can absolutely butcher that ball with backspin, but Sun Yingsha is so physical, so strong. She can lift the backspin, she can counter the float and topspin.
But Zhu Sibing did well to stay in that rally as long as she did, but Sun Yingsha just able to absorb everything that comes her way, and she's just got such a strong center of gravity, doesn't she? She's able to work so well through the core.
Yeah, great balance. She's engaged in the right areas. She's activating. Decent variation in the chops here from Zhu Sibing. Some quicker than others, some side spinnier than others.
Really patient play from the world number 1. He's happy to stay in that rally until the chance presented itself.
I'm absolutely delighted to see so many young choppers playing now for China. Really, really exciting times.
And what do you put that down to, this emergence of so many choppers?
I guess it's just something different, and you can never underestimate the importance of that.
8-3.
I mean, these players have been choppers for a while. I couldn't say that they've always been a chopper because, you know, Han Ying was trained as an attacker. So it's hard to say whether what we're seeing is a response to some of the foreign threats who use this style.
It's exhausting to play against, though, isn't it? You've got to be a very physically fit player to stay in these rallies and have the patience as well to do so.
Yeah, you get to see the various gears to Xiao's game when she takes on a chopper. That's what I love to see. Oh, that's a lovely counter. That's scrumptious.
4-9.
Took it on low, played it low. Cruised through that. That was the first time we've really seen a scouring shot from that forehand side of Sibing.
Well, she's been targeting the wide forehand, hasn't she?
10-4.
Xia.
Yeah, Sibing doesn't seem so far like she's able to get there quick enough laterally.
Yingsha with 6 game points converts at the first time of asking, takes the opener 11 points to 4, making light work of Sibing in their first ever meeting. Well, let's head across then to table 2. Chen Xintong, the winner of the Champions event in Yokohama. No problems for her over on table number 2. She is through to the next round. And here's a look then at the women's seeds who are playing here at the China Smash. The Chinese players dominating the top 5 positions with Miwa Harimoto, the best of the rest. Zhu Ling there, number 7 for Macau, China, the former world number 1, who's made an incredible comeback winning the US Smash. Be looking to make amends for a disappointing outing in Europe. 2 seeds gone there, Miyu Nagasaki and Bernie Such, who was knocked out earlier on today. So a couple of upsets early on in Beijing. And Sun Yingsha will be looking to avoid an upset, but doesn't look to be on the verge of one, having taken the opener with relative ease against her compatriot Zhu Sibing.
I can't imagine on current form, with the current understanding and form that she has, that she's, you know, even drop a game here, Sun Yingsha. It would take something very special from this young chopper. A chopper that I'm really enjoying watching, though. There's something so wise about Zhu Sibing. Like I say, she plays more like an old-school defender.
Yeah, there's something quite mesmerizing about the style, isn't there? It's just... it's something so different.
I feel like we're watching a player in the modern age emerge that was born 10, 20 years too late. Not too late, but later. What you'd expect.
Well, perhaps that's one of the longest rallies of the match so far. Yeah, Zhu Sibing, she's 25 years of age now. We've got Honoka Hashimoto, who is 27. Do you think these choppers take longer to reach their best?
I think usually everybody takes a little bit longer to reach their best. But, you know, what we do see sometimes is that child stars struggle later on. So you can't say, for example, what the best age is to break through. It's all personal. It's relative.
2
I guess you've got to have the positive mindset of, I wasn't ready at that time. There was a silver lining, for example, to that loss. And you've got to think, I'll make it exactly when I'm supposed to.
No flash, please.
I'm exactly where I need to be right now. And you've got to try to look to learn. That's the main thing.
Yeah, and I guess you'll have coaches who are instilling that kind of belief and experience in you as well. She's got a lot of raw power, doesn't she, Yingsha? It's all coming from that low center of gravity.
She is, for me, the perfect player in terms of technique.
2-4.
Usually when you've got to grow in one area, that has to come at the sacrifice of some other area. You know, you're never going to be the perfect player on the forehand and backhand. You either have to be more forehand orientated or more backhand orientated. You've got to choose. You've got to make a decision in table tennis. She's a forehand orientated player that can cover her backhand and middle perfectly.
The complete player in all aspects, and I guess that's why she's been China's long-standing world #1. You know, she amasses title after title.
3-4.
There's just one thing missing, and that is the Olympic gold in women's singles. Of course, she lost to Chun Mong in Tokyo and Paris, but she did exactly what she was set out to do. She's just now looking for that cherry on top. Already a legend of this sport at 24 years old. Back-to-back world champion.
And still plenty of time to chase that Olympic gold as well. She'll still only be 27 when the next Olympics roll round. And no real threat to her, really. No one emerging either.
If you look at that world ranking, she is miles ahead of the rest of the pack. Incredible, the WTT head-to-head that she has over Wang Wenyu, the world #2. There are threats, though. There really are threats, Rebecca, I must say. You know, you've got Kim Kung-yong. You know, you've got players from Japan coming up and through. Odo, very strong. Hashimoto will be a long-term concern. And you've got players from other countries as well, like Hana Goda, who nearly beat her at the US Smash.
She gave her a good challenge as well in Europe.
Yeah, to the first game.
Yeah, really exciting prospect, isn't she?
Yeah, we'll get to see her later on in the second session. Always a treat to watch Goda play. But it's just incredible how meticulous Team China are, how they prepare, how they simulate match-like situations, how they get players to emulate some of those foreign threats. How they handle it. So cold.
It's just such patient, mature play, isn't it, from Yingsha? She's just going through the gears here. Eleven points to 3. She takes the second game. She's a game away now from a place in the third round. Yingsha took the first 11-4, takes the second by a better scoreline, and you get the sense, don't you, that she's just going to get better and better as this one wears on.
Just see that it's more difficult for Zhu Sibing to recover, to wind up for a shot. There's something a bit more lumbersome about her style than Yingsha's. It's a joy to watch, but not effective so far.
Well, let's head down to the field of play and join Shazad. Shazad, what can you tell us about what you see from this match?
Hi guys, this is my first time actually sitting down in this sort of position. Normally I'm up in commentary for a Yingsha match. And what's fascinating to see, in this lower tier of fans around me, without exception, every one of them has got a phone. They just want to to document what they're seeing. There's smiles on their faces. I've certainly never experienced anything like this, and they are absolutely enthralled by what they're watching. It's incredible.
She is absolutely revered, Yingsha, wherever she goes. The fans follow.
Love all.
Because the points are lasting longer than average as well when Yingsha manages to finally win the point. That satisfaction level of the fans is just enhanced, isn't it?
Well, their enjoyment
Love
of this
all.
might not last too much longer, given that she's just a game away now from wrapping up this match. But 2-point Fraser, at least when you're playing a chopper, the points do tend to last longer.
Love 1.
Just looking at the draw here, we touched upon Goddard as one of the long-term concerns of Team China. The winner of this match will take on either her or Wang Xiaotong, the Chinese wildcard. Oh, lovely.
Wow. Brilliant work, wasn't it, from Sibing? Just to stay in that rally, absorb all of that pressure from Yingsha, just do her thing.
1 all.
I love the steadiness of her game. A player from the defensive dynasty. This isn't a new style, Rebecca. This isn't a new thing, seeing a young chopper come from China. They've had hundreds, thousands of world-class choppers over the years. There's still hundreds of world-class choppers in China right now who are at, say, provincial level, even professional level. But it's rare to see so many young ones in the main draw. It makes you think that we're in for a treat in this new generation. We're going to see so many different styles, even from China. China are a team who follow the modern attacking game religiously, and the vast majority of Chinese players have inverted rubber on both sides. Most of them are shakehanders. Not many penholders about these days from China at the top level.
What do you put that down to?
It's hard exactly to say, as we see Cho Yike there, Yingsha's personal coach. You know, the penhold grip has its advantages, it's got its disadvantages. But that's not to say you couldn't be still in the modern game a world champion as a penholder. Who knows, we might see a world champion chopper. You never ever know.
4-2.
Certainly Honoka Hashimoto is making a decent name for herself.
Usually, sorry to cut you off, Rebecca, usually it just feels like it's the last thing that you expect that ends up coming true.
5-2.
To elaborate on that, it's going to take something like that to knock down the Great Wall of Chinese table tennis, because they're unshakable. They've had a chokehold on this sport for 2 decades.
Yingsha's got a chokehold on this match. That's 2 consecutive forehands down the diagonal. That's punishing for Sibing. She's really targeting that wide forehand, isn't she?
Yeah, she's stitching her and then she's stretching her into the crossover, then into the wide forehand, like you say, Rebecca. It's a great tactic. Yeah, those ones that are a little bit shallower allow Xia to think outside the box. She won't try and fade, say, a forehand that is... Well, she won't fade a ball that's very, very deep on her side. The shallower one, she can more naturally do that with her body, opening the shoulders as she makes, or before she makes contact with the ball. Sibing, desperate times, desperate measures, tries to play a backhand attack.
And now is the time to get creative with her back against the wall, and really no way back in this one. Oh, another punishing forehand from Yingsha. Moves 7 points clear with the end of this match, drawing near for the world #1, the defending champion. She's dropped just the single game
9-2.
so far this week. That was the opening round against Miyu Hirano, the Japanese wildcard. She's now earned herself 8 match points here. Oh, wow. Didn't see that one coming, did we?
Just a little reminder there from Zhu Sibing. Lovely drop shot from Xia, in and out. Smooth spinning, and there she goes.
Yeah, it's that forehand down the diagonal once again, punishing. Sun Yingsha, defending champion, her title defense firmly intact, and she marches on to the round of 16 with a comprehensive straight games win over her compatriot Zhu Sibing in their first meeting. It is Sun Yingsha who takes the victory there. Job done. As expected. The crowd, of course, here in support of her, but they didn't really have too much time to see their heroine in action, did they?
There was barely a moment of concern there. That was a clinic from Sun Yingsha. Surgical with the attacks. Never took her eye off the ball, never took her eye off Zhu Sibing. Immense shot selection, brought her in at the right times, took her out at the right times, and that was all she wrote.
There you go, just 21 minutes. It was a bit of a sprint through that one for Sun Yingsha. 33 points in total, more than 3 times the number accumulated by her opponent. So a job well done. Sun Yingsha into the round of 16. Opponent yet to be decided. Will it be Hanagoda of Egypt or another Chinese player, Wang Xiaotong? Well, next up, here's a look at what's to come. ZHU in action for China against Anders Lind, Denmark's 14th seed. That is to come in just a few moments' time. We're looking at the warm-up hall with these players getting in some last-minute hits before they enter the Infinity Arena.